You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those nerds back in.
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 271. I'm your host, Doc Martin, and joining me again live on this show, hopefully, you just wouldn't, doing this Zoom and then trying to make these guys who typically do podcasts how to look good for videocast has been a challenge. Each one having to communicate what we need to do and what we don't need to do. And of course, nobody listens to me. Well, the one he did, one actually, he did say this is what we could work with, and that is the one of the man over in Indiana. The song's probably blocked on YouTube, so if you don't hear anything, that's what it is. That would be Mr. Kennedy. Let me bring you up, Kennedy. There you go. How are you doing over there?
Doing good. Finals week, so that's fun.
And also congratulations on finding out the next up-and-coming Mr. Kennedy. Have you got a name yet?
No. We got a first name, not a middle name. It's
Eric?
Alexander.
Come on, I was hoping for Eric. Damn it. Oh.
Why do you want Eric?
Because you have Xavier, and you would have had Eric, so it would have been perfect.
I tried for Logan. It didn't happen.
No, again, class, would you admit, if you've named a kid Xavier and you have another kid, wouldn't you name him Eric?
Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand. It works.
Exactly. You got to have.
I like it.
They have to compete against each other. You know, you never know. They're gonna just.
Yeah, that's the sibling rivalry.
That's right.
You have that. Yeah.
But it's Alexander, you say?
Alexander, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Right now, we're Oops.
I
don't know. I don't know if I can talk about it, so I'm gonna let it go for right now. But we've got two that we like, but not sure about them.
Okay, is there going to be a fight over the middle name here?
No, we both have to agree. That's the whole thing, and neither one of us are mad. You know what I mean. Like, we're working together.
I got you. That's what you should be. That's what you got to do in a relationship. You got to work
And my
together.
goal today is to drink this entire thing during the show. So
it shouldn't take that long, right? An hour and a half, an hour maybe.
Popping it open. There we go. You bitches better talk because this is gonna be gross.
Also from the
introduce other people.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. From the Indiana side, let me bring him up. Oh, man, this is taking a while. Oh, he's already struggling with it. That would be Chris Clash there, who I kept telling him stop using the virtual wallpaper because it just doesn't work. I don't know if it's...
I don't understand what you're talking about. I think it works just fine.
I don't know if it's your PC, because my Mac has issues. My old-ass Mac has issues, and I can't deal with that unless I actually have a true green screen behind it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if you get a green screen, you can work with it?
No, apparently not. Apparently not. I mean, I have a MacBook. That's what I'm working with, but... Yeah,
don't get Kennedy started on the crappy Mac. So he's a
I know about
he's
that.
A PC
I know about
man.
that. Kennedy, if you want, buddy, if it makes drinking, I'm drinking coffee right now, but I have like 4 or 5 Dos Equis in the refrigerator. I'll kill all 4 or 5 of those during this episode if you want. While you kill your one,
that would help. At least somebody's enjoying something.
If you want a drinking partner, I'll drink with you, buddy.
Let's do it. Let's make it a drinking episode.
I'll be back.
Doc,
Go ahead and introduce Joshua.
All right. And the guy all the way. Let me unpin this video. Oh, my Lord, this is taking forever. Here we go. Let me bring him up. Hold on, you're not ready. Go back down. Go back down. Go back down. Now go. There you go. It's the guy from the East Coast. It's Pete Davidson.
Holy shit, we saw a soldier. Or his shoulder. Yeah.
I know, he's... So the third person I had a challenge with is if you've not seen any of these Zoom videos that we're posting on YouTube and Facebook.
I think people haven't seen them.
I don't know. That's just...
but it's like if you fucking sprayed Aquanet in a can. God damn it. Oh.
What the fuck? Do you want me to get... I have Coronas too. You want me to get a Corona when class comes back?
Everybody should get a beer except for Martin because he's a bitch.
No, I've got Bud Light in there. I could grab a Bud Light.
Like, I saw when you took that sip of whatever the fuck it is. What is it that you're drinking that caused you to, like, spasm in your face like you're busting a
It's
nut.
called Steel Reserve, and it's like $2 at a gas station.
Steel Reserve? What kind of beer is that?
It's a $2 gas station beer.
You know we have 50 cent beers here in New York.
It's called Hams, but everybody knows it sucks. So
Oh, that's the Jason Crow beer.
yeah, that's the one he was talking about. Yeah, fucking Hams. You can get a 30-pack for $10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like what I hear.
No, it's what fucking pour Bud Light in a pitcher, and then fill the rest of it up with water, and you got Hams.
It's still water.
I got Bud Light.
Yeah, Bud Light's not bad. I could drink like 50 of those.
But that's counterproductive, right? What's the point of drinking 50 of these? Like, aren't you trying to get, like, drunk? Correct?
Yeah, if I need to get drunk, I got to drink like 50 of them.
That's the counterproductive then.
No, I thought when you drink Bud Light is because you don't want to get fat.
Well, then if you're drinking 50, I think that's adding a lot.
Yeah, but you're still not you're getting drunk. You're just not getting fat.
I think I think in that that other version of it. Oh, what'd you bring, class?
I brought.
All right. Hold
I
them up.
I have
Hold
some
'em
Miller
up.
Lights, but I brought some 4 Dos
Here, I'll
Equis.
switch us all to this right there.
Okay.
We lost Joshua.
He's
probably
barely in
went to go get a
he's barely
drink.
in the screen anyway.
We can't toast without Joshua.
So yeah, I cut my limes. I got my
Oh,
salt.
Did
You
you
went all
do
out.
that while you were gone, or were those pre-cut?
Yeah. Oh no, I did this while I was going just now.
Jesus Christ!
have you ever tried that pink salt?
I haven't.
Somebody said it's better with the alcohol, but
Why is it pink?
it's Himalayan or something like that.
I've heard of it. I heard it's good for you.
Yeah, I've heard people use it to wash their hands, and some people eat it, so I don't know.
Okay.
Just random. Wash your hands or eat it. Whatever works.
Well, you know what? People have been putting vodka in sanitizer bottles
To drink or
Yeah.
to clean.
to
Uh-oh.
clean.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
it's all
I'm not
funny
waiting
when you're
for
sitting
his
at your
ass.
desk fucking shooting sanitizer in your mouth. All right, hold them up, guys. There we go. Yay.
Salud, amigos.
Yes, salute to
Some of us have work
preparing alcoholic beverages.
tomorrow.
Ugh.
Hey, why did Joshua and I, the two Spanish guys, I have a Dos Equis, he has a Corona. How fucking stereotypical are we?
Hey, white guy with Bud Light.
Kennedy with the deuce. All right.
I still can't believe they call it Steel Reserve. That's
Oh,
what
no.
makes me laugh.
It has a whole fucking story on the side here. So it says the 211 mark, because it says 211 on here. The 211 mark, based on the medieval symbol for steel, appears only on the Steel Reserve High Gravity Lager. We use nearly twice the ingredients of many normal lagers and brew for over twice as long as many quality beers. They burn this shit and then fucking put it in a can. Like, ugh.
Now, whenever I make my return to Kentucky, I will tell Kennedy to bring me Steel Reserve so I can try it and be more manly than him.
Oh, you have at it, sir.
Hey, Joshua.
Hey guys, who am I? Look at me. Look at it. Who am I? I'm going down.
Is he making fun of me? Because
Yeah, he's making fun of you.
He's
While you're up, Doc, let's see those calves.
I don't got skinny legs. I don't know why he thinks they're skinny.
He's got baby legs.
I got
I
big.
got the skinny legs. I got the skinny legs when I play Overwatch and I tell people what to do.
I do tell people what to do. Only my friends. Otherwise, I don't talk to people on Overwatch. I just yell at them, telling them how horrible they are. Well, guys, on today's show, home delivery on quarantine snacks, Jay and Silent Bob are getting a video game, and Quibi and why it's failing. First things.
Didn't know they needed reasons to fail.
Well, I mean, I think everybody was seeing, anybody that wasn't working for Quibi knew it was going to fail.
I think people who were working for Quibi knew it was going to fail.
But they were riding that money train all the way down. Well, you got money.
And then I can't wait for this story to be developed because you'll never guess what was blamed on why Quibi is not a success. Doc is going to have, well, Doc knows, but you, the listener, are going to have a field day with this.
First things first, Lyft will require drivers and passengers to wear face masks. Kennedy, you're not doing any Lyft or that.
got the email. I'm still technically a Lyft driver. We're waiting on the PUA, which that's been a fucking nightmare. That's a whole story, but
What's PUA?
It's the assistance that the federal government's giving for gig drivers and gig people like bartenders and stuff that live off the tips. But basically, so I was truthful when I filed my unemployment where I worked in Kentucky and Missouri in 2018. And because they had to send paperwork off to both of those states to get that information, I have to wait on both of those states to come back. And I don't know if you've heard or not, but Missouri and Kentucky have been shit when it comes to their unemployment stuff. So it's going to be months before I see anything. But anyways, yeah, we got the email. We do have to wear face masks. Actually, they suggested that we build this plexiglass barrier between ourselves and the back seat,
Like a fucking
and
taxi
to not
cab?
let anybody sit in the front seat anymore.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've seen that in Ubers. They get like these little. Supposedly, Uber drivers have been given this like little plastic thing to a divider between the front seat and the back seat. Like, it's
They
pretty
didn't give it to
fucking.
the Uber drivers here because I'm Uber and Lyft, and basically both of them sent us emails saying you can buy this stuff at Home Depot and make. What was that, class?
I burped.
The fuck-
Sorry, I muted it, so I had to. It stunk. It was a mixture between spaghetti. It was my daughter. Well, tomorrow's my daughter's birthday, but we celebrated. I went over to her mom's house today, and we just had spaghetti and like cake and
Spaghetti and cake for birthday?
Yeah. That's a
Spaghetti
odd
cake.
day.
and then we had cake, and then I came home and had
Does
coffee.
she really like spaghetti, or was that just it was
Mom's
Tuesday?
spaghetti? Shit, like even Eminem likes fucking mom's.
No, he didn't because he had puke on him.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
no,
it
that's
was
because
my
he's
mom's
nervous.
spaghetti. My mom's spaghetti's the shit. So.
He was nervous. That's why he threw up. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
because he needed to get calm and ready. You know?
Yeah.
To drop bombs.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you can narc on your Lyft driver, or if the Lyft driver can narc on any guest that does not wear the mask. Uber is going to be launching their own thing pretty soon also, so get ready to see people covered up.
This is the times we're living in, man.
So did you see the picture I posted on Facebook where I had to wear the bandana to the doctor's office?
Yeah, you're supposed
Yeah.
to. Why?
You're supposed to do that. That's
Because I wasn't able to get him a mask. I'm sorry, buddy. I've tried.
But here's the thing. So we have to we put the masks on. The doctor's office she goes to is in the 4th level of the hospital in Seymour. So we go into the hospital and they're like,
Name
Hey.
drop, why don't we?
they're like, hey, do you have you been in contact with anybody that has COVID? Have you been out of the country? We had to go through a questionnaire to get in there. So we went through that. We get up to the 4th floor
Uh-oh.
and we check in. And the nurse up front was like, yeah, she was set up. She was, sanitary. We walk through to go to the fucking room. Every goddamn nurse is like fucking mask sitting down there around their neck. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's fucking safe. Like,
So they all weren't wearing the
bullshit.
correct way anyway, so.
no, and the
mean,
ones that were wearing it out like a duck. It looked like a fucking duck quack. It was
Those are
weird.
the N95s.
Yeah,
Those are the
yeah.
duck bills
See?
that are actually like they help filter 95%. But dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I'm in my when I'm doing my 12 hours, I wear it when I have to. When I go back to the nursing station, dude, we're
Yeah.
fucking like we got to pull it down. I got a picture. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I took a video and I sent it to a friend of mine, but may not be able to see it real well. But just
the
like
line marks.
the fucking can't really see all those.
Yeah.
But then
the
on
marks.
top
I've got
Dude,
I've got
the
a
back
buddy
of
that's
my
making
head.
okay.
Look
so
at that shit.
Well, hey,
Oh, so it sliced you.
Well, do
Let me
you
Dude, it just digs in.
Hey,
and within 10 minutes
class,
of wearing it,
do you
it just fucking gives you a horrible headache.
do you want one of these?
I have one of those.
Oh, why
I
aren't
do
you
have
using
one of those. But the problem is, like, those work great with the surgical mask. When I wear my N95s, it's the duck bill, and they have 2 rubber bands, one that goes on top, one that goes on bottom, and they go over top like that.
Oh.
So there's no way to connect it like that. And even if I had like one of those fucking do-rag fucking gangster ass things that like some nurses wear, I don't get that. I don't understand that thing. But it is what it is. I'm sure a lot of like people with hair deal with it, but it's like they at least have that barrier of the hair. Me, that motherfucker cuts in.
I mean, these
That's what I should do. That's what I should do. Damn, he looks like he's part of like an '80s fucking workout montage. That's
that
like
the ones that...
I need one of those.
Damn,
like,
that's
with
where
the
it hooks
fucking
on.
buttons.
My sister made
Solid
those.
Snake let himself go.
Is that the thing that Tony was posting the other day, Doc?
Drago over here and shit.
What is that, Kennedy?
Is that the mask that Tony was posting the other day?
No. Like, this is, we were trying to figure out, because, like, wearing masks is super annoying. And so my dad, he created these buttons for the nurse over at Audubon where my sister works. And then it connects up. And then I was like, oh, well, most of the guys are not going to wear headbands. So he created the other version, which is this, which we using rubber bands helps stretch it out. Because, I mean, you can't even wear the little earpieces. It's just, it's annoying.
My buddy down in Texas, Xander, he's making these things called ear savers. He prints them out with his 3D printer, and he's giving them out free to all the nurses. I might see if I can get you one, class. They're really nice, but they're this long thing like that have these ridges, and it just comes back and it holds it out from your ears. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But he donated a bunch to the hospitals down there in Texas.
That's that, right? It's this thing right here, right?
Yeah, but it's his looks better than that one.
Oh, okay. I'll tell my dad that his looks
That
like
is
crap.
shit.
All right.
Yours is a piece of shit,
Oh,
dog.
my God.
What a jerk. You're a fucking jerk.
Jeez. Well, then let's move on to the next story. As we keep talking about Tinder, they're testing live in-app trivia when you're... Are they just getting away from what the site actually is? And they're like, hey,
What is that going to help? Like, I'm trying to get pussy. Oh, let me answer these pop questions to see if me and this girl are alike. No.
So this is a continuation. They had a thing called Swipe Night, which was a limited run weekly video series where it was a kind of a choose your own adventure. And then based upon your choices, you could interact with other people and like connect and then hook up. Be like, well, hey, yeah, I didn't drink the potion. So, but now they're going to be doing trivia that you and multiple people can get onto and then find somebody to have sex with.
Yeah, I want to choose my adventure. I just want to fuck. Like, what is going on with? Are they that fucking bored?
No, I think they realize that with Class playing his little musical game, they're losing audience to. Remember the game you were talking about the previous week's Class?
Pop, whatever.
Yeah, your pop music.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Thanks for joining the show today.
Pop, song pop.
Song pop. I think they're losing people to the games like that, and they're like, we need people to come on. We're not just a dating app anymore.
Wait, but oh god, people are so greedy. Greed is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
like it's understandable. No one's using Tinder because there's a fucking pandemic going on, but they want to entice people to come back to the. Oh god, that's so sad.
Do you want sex like in Demolition Man? Because this is how you get sex like Demolition.
The question
Probably,
is,
I mean, but isn't that the next evolutionary step? I could fuck whoever I want without catching an STD.
I hope I'm dead before that comes around.
well, you got that Black Mirrors episode where you can do that in a video game. You don't know about that, Joshua, because you don't watch that Black Mirrors.
But I know about that episode.
You know about that because you heard about that. It interested you.
No, it didn't. It made me laugh.
Question I have is
wait, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes.
Because in that episode, they were basically fucking in a fighting game, right?
Correct, because they realized they could do more in this game than just typical fighting.
Okay, then they abused the video game, and the people who made that game should have never made that allowed to happen. So
I think that was somebody was breaking that down, that they were exploiting a glitch in the game.
Yeah, that's one glitch they should have nipped in the Matrix. If you tell them, you know?
That sounds fucking awesome. I would play a game just for that.
Like you wouldn't have any problem.
You're fucking Matt.
Yeah.
You watch
if it's a dude,
it could be. Like
it depends what the dude looks like. I mean,
no, they're playing a character.
And she's playing as Chong Li, and you find out he's Charlie. You know?
Yeah, he's Brian.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's weird.
And then they meet up in real life, and they're like, "Oh, we got to do this. We got to figure out if we're really gay or not." And then they're like, "Yeah, we're not gay."
I mean, you had to like question it like that. Those dudes had to like even ask like, we have to figure this out.
No, they did. They
see if I like it.
They did. They met up in a dark alley area, and they kissed, and they were like, yeah, fuck that. That's not us. But apparently, they felt an emotional connection when they were in the game.
So
But once
then-
you realize
watch
it's
this
a
fucking show?
dude,
Yes, I
Once
watched
you
the
realize-
show.
And you thought that was a good episode?
I did think
the
it was a good episode.
the resolution of the episode was that he gets to have sex with his buddy once a year,
Yep.
and his wife gets to go fuck another guy.
Yeah, because she was getting bored.
now is
Yeah, thanks, class. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
no, dude. Okay. Hey, to each your own. I don't judge. Whatever. If you like
There's
dudes,
an episode
you like
with
whoever
Killer-
you want to fuck, that's fine. That's your business. More power to you. But like, if you have to even question it, if you're like, oh wait, you're a dude, you fooled me this whole time, man.
No, they
Well,
knew each
Let
other.
me
They
suck
knew.
your dick and let me see if I really am gay. That's
No,
you're
no,
gay.
they
if you question it. Like,
they knew who they were, and then they even went out and like hooked up with other people while playing the game. But they only felt the real connection to each other, the two buddies.
This is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, there's way worse TV shows that are on there.
Yeah, that's one of them.
That is not one of them. It's one of the better ones.
That is one of them.
No,
That
it's
is
one of the better
one.
ones. That's cool.
Like, oh man, let's play a fighting game. Oh man, I want to fuck. Oh man, let me see if I'm really gay. Well,
No.
I'm not gay, but I still gotta fuck you in the video game because I have feelings for you when I'm in the video. What the? Does that even fucking make sense?
not once, whenever I played Bad Dudes back in like 1991, did I ever think like, I'd really like to fuck player 2 who's playing as Bimmy over here. Like,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
once. Like that was two totally separate things.
Now,
man.
class,
I never said.
what do
Maybe
you-
the chick that like got an uppercut in like the stomach, that when she got picked up you could see her panties. That was the only time I ever had like pussy on my mind while playing that game, and I was like
Yeah.
11 or 12.
Now,
like,
what do you think you're
Yeah, but
doing
what about
when
the
you
fucking-
when you kill somebody? You teabag them. You know what you're doing to that man with your testicles in his mouth.
No, see, hey, a man interject here. Hold on.
You got a
hold on.
point.
Hold on, but let me ask you a question here. Who is the people that do that teabagging stuff? Because it sure ain't minorities. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, you think it's a white guys? Why?
Yeah, because that's only white people only think of shit like that to do.
Like, so you've never teabagged a person in a game?
No, I'm not gonna fucking pretend I'm dipping my virtual nuts in someone's dead forehead. I got better things to do.
All right, well,
Matt died.
and Kennedy, I know you've teabagged a man or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's a white thing. We never knew it was a white thing.
But I want to call bullshit on Class's thing because you can't tell me that you didn't think about sex when you played Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive? What was Dead or Alive?
The bouncy
Fighting
titties.
game.
You didn't.
The bouncy titties.
No, when it came to like
Literally-
Tekken and shit like that, yeah, I
No,
definitely did.
Here's the thing. It's I want to fuck Chong Li, not I want to fuck the person playing as Chong Li.
And no,
Yeah.
that's how it started in the game. They were like, "Hey, that character's hot." Like that's how
Yeah.
that went.
No, they
it
knew
was
they
not.
knew they were playing each other.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But
they're
what I'm
gay.
saying is like I would say that one of them was gay.
I think it was the
Clearly.
big. It was the big guy that was gay.
It was the big guy. The big
He
guy
was-
was gay because he was playing the female character, which means he was like, "Give me that dick." And then when they asked him, he's like, "How's it feel?"
Falcon's
And he's
gay
like,
in this then?
No,
No.
he's straight.
he's the guy that's giving the dick. But the other guy who was like, and then he's like, "Can you explain it?" And he's like, "It just feels so different." And it was some weird.
I watched
fucking...
the dumbest fucking shit.
He's got Miami connection behind.
So it
him.
was like one dumber. There were some pretty fucking gay moments in that, but
Yeah, it was the black guy. Anyway,
dude, that guy. I've never seen a longer, more drawn out, awkward scene than that dude talking about his dad and crying. And like, the only part that was more awkward on Miami Connection than that was when the Asian fucking like 65-year-old college kid goes around telling everyone good night and giving him like the black man handshake, like good night. Like he goes room to room to room. And it leads to nothing. They just like next thing you know, they wake up the next morning and they're having like coffee and cereal.
yeah,
like,
that's the guy who created the movie.
what? The
Yeah,
Asian
Jay-
dude?
Yeah, the Asian
Jay
dude.
White
Yeah.
Kim.
Clearly he knows how to play guitar as well. Because like I was totally convinced he was doing that.
I
Did he
just
play
like the
Wonderwall?
part where he had. No, he didn't play Wonderwall. I just like the part where he's like, "I told you it was the agency that some muscle."
For those of you who have never seen Miami Connection, Joshua was tweeting about this the other night, and it is a fucking gem. I watched the riff track version of it, which Joshua said you don't even have to do that.
Oh, it's
But-
bad. Yeah, it's just
Oh
bad.
my god, that's the one I watched. It added so much. It was fucking.
See, those are
the soundtrack alone. I would fucking.
Oh God, that first song in the I was like, this can't be real.
Friends are friends forever. Whatever that shit was. Yeah.
See, again, those are the perfect making fun of movies. It's the ones where they're taking it really serious, and they think they're doing a good job, and nobody at this production has said, "What in the fuck are you doing?" Like The Room, like Birdemic. If you watch Birdemic, which I keep promoting, but Joshua refuses to listen to anything.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
All right.
Second beer.
Oh my God, he's already moving on the second one. Did you
on-
Snapchat this, or doesn't really affect or real? Is it?
I'm on number 2.
What do you mean, on Instagram?
Oh, Instagram. Yeah, Instagram it.
Nah, I don't need to do that today.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not worried.
Instagram. Go on my Instagram. You see.
I don't
beautiful
Instagram
face.
on Tuesdays. Fuck Tuesdays.
All right, guys, while you're still locked up in the house, PepsiCo is working on a way to get you all the snacks and drinks that you may need. Going to snacks.com or pantryshop.com, they will give you any of their 100 Frito-Lay products, along with possibly Gatorade, Pepsi products that will be sent to your house within 2 business days. So if you're sitting there and you're hungry and you need some food, there you go.
Like this is a little late
Pepsi?
on the pool.
What's that?
Did you say Pepsi or?
Yeah, PepsiCo.
You want
Pepsi Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
Like Pepsi, the actual like soda Pepsi.
Yes, they own Frito-Lay.
Okay, true story. My grandmother came home today with a fucking 24-pack of like Pepsi. I guess orange. Like whoever owns Pepsi owns the company with their brand of orange cola or some shit like that.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, they're just giving it away for free. There's like 3 trucks outside.
What is your grandma doing outside?
Because she just goes outside.
You got
Like I literally can't tell that woman to do anything. So she just was like,
she's one of those that's running around out there.
He's not gonna fight his abuela.
I'm not. But yeah, so I guess today was that day they felt like giving out free shit. I don't drink Pepsi products, so
you're just opposed to it?
not opposed to it, but I wasn't going outside to get like a
Coke is way better than Pepsi. Coke is
Oh,
way
you
better.
suck.
No,
You need that
he's
fucking
true.
burn right
True.
up in here.
True.
Hey.
True. Coke is way better.
No,
But yeah,
it's not.
so maybe that's why they were giving them shits out for free. It was 3 trucks giving out free
Oh my
fucking
God.
Pepsi stuff.
You an RC man, Kennedy?
Hell,
What are you?
fuck no.
No, he is in Indiana. No, he's a big red boy.
Big Red, Diet Right. That's 2 Indiana things.
Oh.
Hey,
My
guys.
grandfather drank Diet Right. That shit. Ugh.
If you're a Spotify premium user, they're adding a new feature that you could set up, put up a code down, and then let anybody at your, like around your neighborhood or at the parties that you're not allowed to have more than 10 people at, control the soundtrack.
25 now.
25. Oh my God, you guys are all just going to murder yourselves. But yes, how bad do you think this is an idea? Like if you went to a party and somebody put up a Spotify code where you could just change the song, you feel like this is a bad idea?
I think if they make it work like the touch tone jukeboxes where like it queues up, it won't be bad.
Like it doesn't just skip to the straight to whatever song.
Have you ever used touch tone before?
Yes, I have. It's been a while.
Well, you know, like if you put the money in there and you select a song, like it puts you next in the queue.
or you could
like-
jump ahead of the queue too if you put enough
If
money.
you pay
in.
extra, yeah.
That's right. I think it's a bad
But
idea.
I think if it does that, it won't be bad.
What's that, class?
I don't know what Touchstone is.
If you ever go to BW3s or something, it has a little jukebox where you could select it, and then there's like, if you want to pay an extra $1, you can have your song
Right.
start now.
Okay.
It's just a way of
They
playing.
connect that shit up to your phone now and everything.
That's cool.
Burp.
right.
Class.
Mhm.
Did you ever read Rob Liefeld's Prophet?
I have it. I don't know if I ever read it, but I do have like some of the early things. I saw. Tell me about it. Why do you ask, Doc?
Apparently, it's got signed on to become a new movie.
I heard about this.
Mark Guggenheim is going to be tapped to write the script. And Studio 8 is looking to make this a franchise.
Okay.
Josh was not a big fan of Guggenheim. But yes, character appeared in Youngblood.
Sometimes.
And I guess it's getting its own run. The story focuses on John Prophet, a DNA-enhanced super soldier, placed in the cybernetic. I'm totally screwing this. He's set up to put in a future mission only to awaken prematurely in the president's searching for a mission that does not exist.
Yeah, I never read it. It was
Demolition
one of
Man, ain't it?
What's that?
That's the story of Demolition Man.
Correct. Well, they feel like it's a hybrid between Demolition Man and like the Punisher. Which, speaking of the Demolition Man, we're gonna get a sequel to that film.
Things we never asked for, but we got.
Well, I guess they're like, we're almost there, so we might as well. Like, do you think it's gonna be a sequel or a prequel, or have to be a sequel because how old they all are?
I think it'd be a sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never read it. It was one of those Image titles that came out like maybe a year or two after like some of the like the main titles came out. So by that point, Image I think lost a lot of its like shine and luster. Luster?
Yeah, that's a word. That's correct.
That's a word.
As long as I used it correctly. And like at that point, like it was kind of the shine was off on a lot of those titles where it was like, okay, the art is really good, but the storytelling was lacking on a lot of like Image books. Overproduced things but they look beautiful, which I'm an art guy. I'll read for a certain amount of time just based off of the art alone. But by the time Prophet came out, I was picking them up, but I didn't spend the time like eating it.
I don't think I read it, so I'm not even sure what it's like. So it's Rob Liefeld, so who knows how it was.
Lots of pouches, lots of big hair, squinty eyes.
Yeah.
Little face.
Little feet.
Covered in clouds. I'm hitting Rob bit off a lot back in the night. We drove.
Boobs way big there.
Protruding.
Yeah. Guns were they were just like boxes. They were very, very odd, but I have nothing but love for Rob Liefeld.
Liefeld actually,
I like the guy.
He came out and he feels like the next Deadpool may never happen with Marvel, and he said even if they start to go into it, it may take 4 years. And he said, it's too long for another Deadpool movie, which I don't think so. They're all.
It's weird. Ryan Reynolds was like, we had a good conversation. We're gonna move forward, and we're gonna it's gonna happen. And then this ass was like, the movies they would come out like years apart, and and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
The reason is because I don't think Rob is a part of the Disney version of it.
Yeah.
So he's just pissed off.
Yeah, he's just being bitter, and I'm just like, you're gonna get money. All right. They copied off them, and what he cares, you make money off them. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, why wouldn't? And then you can still charge more without signing things, and just.
He seems like that type of dude. Right? Like, you gotta give me $50 because I'm Rob Liefeld.
He seems like he's always on coke anytime they do an interview. He's way too just bouncy.
You know, he's kind of like one of those like, oh shucks, I made it type from comic books.
It's like you can't believe he made it, or
like you just like you see the way like because they talk about the way he drew certain things, and you're just like, this doesn't like why would you draw like this? This makes no goddamn sense. And in my comic book knowledge, I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, he got really lucky.
Yeah, he
did something in Image.
Yeah, he just things at Marvel, and then he jumped with all of them to Image, and they were the bad boys of comics at that point. But he didn't really do too much after probably that 5 or so year run, and that's what Class was alluding to, that Image drop until probably early 2000, where they were really starting to allow people to create some good content.
Well, like he took a book like New Mutants that was a fucking failure, essentially, and like made it relevant. Like out of all the X titles, you had like X-Men, you had Uncanny. Then they were breaking off later on, like the X-Men, the Blue and Gold teams. They had X-Force or X Factor, which was it kind of was doing this. Then Action Agenda came out, and it tied in New Mutants, Uncanny X-Men, and X Factor. And Rob Liefeld's like art really kind of shined there. I mean, because it was something totally different that I hadn't really seen before. Plus, the story was super cool. So you had Jim Lee running like arc of it, or one part of it. Then you had like Rob Liefeld on the other. Then you had some shit artists on X-Force or on X Factor that was just god awful, horrible. But you had this like new, when Lee and Liefeld and like Farland first came around, like they all hit around the same time. It was so dynamic, it was so different. It was like he hit it like the right time, and he was on like a book when he made up characters like Cable and Deadpool, which everyone was saying at the time when Deadpool, Dumb, and Gideon all came together in 98, everyone was thinking Gideon was going to be like a hot character. But like he ended up just making these characters and like had a certain style that like at the time is just like it was one of those like right place at the right time kind of thing. And I think he kind of rode that wave on that. So I don't know.
With the new X-Men, I'm just slowly catching up with the Marvel Unlimited app. Do you feel like them? If you haven't read it, they're bringing back old X-Men on the new little world that they're living on, or I have a feeling like that's gonna go back for them. Like, in essence, it's kind of clone. Who says there's nothing wrong with people that bring them back? Class?
I'm sorry, cut off.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, like, I have a feeling driving the store with the Diamondbacks and anything else with them, to bring back dead men they have, that I would there's something in whatever's them back that's not going to go well.
Yeah, I could see that, like, kind of leading, like, everything looks good, and, like, all these people who were dead before, they're all come back, and so on and so forth, and everyone's happy with something to turn around and get to that end, like, maybe, or, like, later on. I like this stuff. I like where it's going right now with all these types, or where it had going. I guess I knew comics start dropping in print day, like, by the end of June, I think we're going to start having physical comics again.
I think so, yeah, I know Marvel's off and releasing a version of the comics, so, yeah.
I've been slipping, man. I haven't picked up books since February, maybe March, maybe the end of March. And I haven't, even since then, I showed you my stack last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm still behind, but I haven't been picking up anything digital yet. I'll go back and I'll pick up what I have a stat on. I guess I don't know if new books have been out at Hank 2 and on. I guess so.
No, Marvel's been holding on everything for the last couple
I
weeks.
had to go to DC, right? Because I looked on DC and I saw titles digitally available for today that came out today.
Yeah, I don't know. The only books I'm really reading with DC right now are like I stay true to Batman, but in that, like, I'm a little behind on that.
But they're going to stay in Marvel holding off because they don't want. Let's say you do the digital routes. Well, people have already read, they've already downloaded. No one can buy the actual copies, especially if the store's not good or doesn't hold up. So better to just kind of like, all right, now here it is, and then if you like it, you like it. You don't, but we got your money. It's all good.
Right.
So yeah,
I agree.
Well,
so, like, where they're going with all this X-Men and Marauders and Excalibur and X-Force. So I'm loving all of it. I'm loving all of it. And Marauders is the only thing, like, only like the first issue, but I heard that is out of everything is supposed to be like one of them. Like, out of those four, it's supposed to be like top notch one.
Oh, interesting. Well, we will continue on with movie news since we got rid of the comic books and the little kitty there. So going into routine with Kevin Hart. And the entertainment superhero comedy Nightwolf, written by Detective Pikachu scribes Dan Hernandez and Benji Smeat. Hart can start introduced via the Heartbeat production. It's Meet the Parents asking Hunter meets his father-in-law for the first time, only to discover a secretly superhero known as Nightwolf. So they're going to be starting production sometime in the near future.
So it's going to be the father-in-law, Denzel Washington?
No, it's probably Tiffany Haddish will be the because she's in everything now. She's even in a Solar Opposites, which, unbeknownst to Joshua, is considered Hulu's one of the top original comedies ever on Hulu and was number 2 overall in viewership. And the crazy thing...
Can I ask you a question?
You just did.
How many of those
you
people,
just did.
How many of those people watch that and are like, this is the shit, I'm never watching this again?
No, they said the numbers actually stay strong and drop off like typically they do. I think it may help that they released all of them all at the same time instead of doing the typical 3 episodes and they probably felt like that if you just release the first 3 episodes, people are going to be like, this feels like just a Rick and Morty episode without the Dan Harmon writing to it.
It's basically, that's what it is. It's a Rick and Morty show without the Dan Harmon writing.
Yeah.
Literally. You can tell who's the fucking comedy aspect of that fucking show.
But the funny part is I've seen a lot of people like on Reddit complain about how they consider this new season of Rick and Morty bad. And they were like, it's Justin Roiland is the best. I don't know what Dan Harmon, it's not funny. Dan Harmon's not that funny. And I'm just like, okay. Do I think Justin is the best? They may want to go see Solar Opposites and make a decision based upon that. Joshua himself.
By episode 5, that guy stopped trying to sound like Rick and just was like, whatever.
Oh, he did, yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you did.
Uh-oh. I think Joshua froze out.
No, I didn't. Anyway.
That's my no sound. It was like...
Please ask your question.
Does he have a stutter?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. I think he does. It's either that or it's when he's improvising, he's stutters to try to come up with whatever the direction he's going with the...
Anyway, to our listeners, if you like Rick and Morty and you think you want to like watch the show, you may not like it because you're not going to get Rick and Morty humor. You're going to get attempted Rick and Morty humor, and it doesn't work. Second to last episode.
Which one? Which one? The one with about all the people and everything else?
Yeah.
That was actually a good episode. It took away from the original storytelling to kind of show what was going on in the uprising. You not feel bad about Little Rat that passed away? Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
It wasn't funny. I didn't laugh.
But it was storytelling. You don't always have to laugh at every animated show.
I'm pretty sure Justin's a perv too because he was showing a lot of sexual shit in that show.
It's a way a little more adult than probably Rick and Morty would be. When you
just because they showed fucking dudes eating butt and titties.
It's a new way.
Seriously, that was the worst.
Kids out of love eating butt.
I mean, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah,
Joe,
Joe.
not tried it yet.
I'll como some culo in a heartbeat, man. I don't give a fuck.
Kenny, they are speaking Spanish and they're talking about eating ass. I don't know if you realize that or not. And
Only
class dropping
after a
his-
shower and if nice hygiene is
I don't give a shit.
happening.
As long as they ain't stinking, I'm Lincoln. But yeah, that show sucks. So moving on.
Speaking of stock, Quibi launched right when the epidemic broke out. Jeffrey Katzenberg, who spent a lot of money on it, is blaming the coronavirus pandemic as why that it hasn't done so well. They only hit
Meanwhile, other streaming services have skyrocketed.
released a little over a month ago. Quibi only hit 2.9 million downloads. Now, under also stand, they gave a 90-day free trial compared to like Disney and other things, which everyone signed up for it. And 1.75 million of the users joining the app's first week of launch. So they haven't really been keeping up with the content. And he says the whole point of the app was for people to watch things when they're doing other things. And he didn't think of a whole world sitting looking for entertainment that would have to just hold their phone up like this if they wanted anybody else to watch it, which was real entertaining when I was trying to watch Reno 911 with Stacy. And I'm laughing and the phone is just shaking like that.
For 10 minutes.
no, like 4 minutes are an episode of Reno
I
911.
think maybe they're just salty because they put a lot of money into the advertising for it and then got out of it.
They spent a lot of money on some of the content. Like, there's already one guy from Comedy Central that is heading over to Quibi, and I'm thinking he's not making the wisest decision.
Quibi could be a good stand-up platform.
They
And
had
just the
that.
direct-
What's that?
What, TikTok?
They had what is it called? Seesaw? Remember that Doc?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I
Seesaw.
thought.
No, but yeah,
Seesaw.
they have the Harmon Quest and stuff on there.
Yeah, Seesaw was like for stand-up comedians and stuff like that to be discovered. It failed. So
Well, and then the other thing people are complaining about is you cannot like send this to a television. You can't pull any footage off. So if you like something that you watch and wanted to maybe put it up on Facebook or Instagram, like this is a funny thing, kind of like what TikTok does, there's no way of sharing it. So just missing out on people talking about the content on there. Like, how much have you heard about Quibi? Like, their great show?
I haven't heard a fucking.
Yeah, if you want to talk, that's fine. Y'all can
Catch up with me.
With who?
Doc, turn it off in the background, man. Your bandwidth is shit.
That? No, I'm in the wrong router. And if I do, it's still here. What were you? I don't fight.
Number Joe, where you at?
I don't know the 5G router. If Switch, it's gonna be clever. We're gonna. Oh my lord.
Kenny, how you buddy? I'm on 3.
I'm telling you that. Oh, I'm not even on it. Whatever.
Oh, Doc Martin, where are you at?
Silver. Not sure. No.
Shut up. From my room, they're just saying it.
How did he, see, I don't face you, the last episode that we did, this book, I was with it. How did it, it's good views?
Not sure. I don't know how many we got. I haven't really looked.
I'm just busting out about
It was really Joshua had a lot of streams much though. So it was
God, it's so bad, Doc. You don't know, like,
can't spit. We lose everything.
we want
we were all talking to each other just fine. You're the loser.
Well, if I disconnect, what's coming to you guys?
Do you not
We're
have
fucked.
Spectrum available?
I do have to. What are you talking about? All right, no, but and then we're gonna go bye for a little bit.
I'm telling you, the next time you have money, we're random.
And we're switching, so we're reconnecting the net, and we'll see how this goes. We'll have to everyone to switch it and what's on there. So we'll have to wait and so we got. So what?
I'm trying to do a plug for.
Well, don't. Oh, we lost everybody. All right, hold on.
Yes, I'm. You know what? Reminded me of Dragon. There he is,
I'm back.
Dr. Martin. He's like below me now.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
I just went ahead and switched it to the Wi-Fi. But now
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good now.
We're still recording.
Since Kennedy.
I swear
Yeah.
to you, Doc, if you fucking use your laptop, it would not be doing this as bad. Mac sucks.
It's just a Wi-Fi.
What are you talking about? I'm using an iPad.
I'm using
Yeah.
a MacBook. I have no problem.
So I will not swear to anything Apple except for their iPad. They have fucking perfected the tablet. I will give them that. But as for their hardware technology, you know how shitty they are? When I studied for my A+, they got like this much of the fucking test. Like,
And they get this much of the profits.
No, not as much as you would think. They literally tell us in the test, they say, yes, one of the big things that, Apple talks about is that they don't get viruses as much. And the reason is the market share. They don't have it. People who write viruses don't give a fuck about Mac users because they're going to go for PC because it's the main fucking one. It's got the whole entire market share. And that's what they're going to try to go after is what has market share. So
Okay. All right.
Well, guys, in video,
I'm not saying they use Macs for production and shit like that, but when it comes to business, when it comes to personal, PC is. Although, believe it or not, Linux is fucking taking over.
all right, we're gonna have to stop you. I don't know what you're doing. We're gonna have to... We had to mute Kennedy because he was just going on and on and on. And I've got other things to talk about. I'm going to unmute you, though.
Talk about sports. I remember that when you fuckers talk about sports ball. I'm going to come over to your house and punch
Sports
you in the dick.
ball.
There is no sports ball. There's only like South Korean baseball going on right now. There's nothing happening.
Yes, and they suck.
Yeah. If you're looking for some graphic novels to read, a San Francisco-based comic retailer Comic Experience is doing a graphic novel of the month club. Some of the titles are going to be like Preacher, a lot of Neil Gaiman books. So if you're wanting to get, and really this feels like Kennedy. If Kennedy wanted to, I really want to get into reading comics, I feel like this is a good starting point from him. Majority of us on here, it's stuff we've already read, like The Dark Knight Returns or Marvels or Kingdom
Come. I like graphic novels better than I like comic books. I'll say that. I like.
They're the same thing. Novels. They're just put in a book like that.
I don't
know.
Like
the collected version though, Kennedy?
Yeah, I don't like fucking 5 pages done. Like when I bought the ones that you told me to buy, Doc.
Yes.
Deadly Class.
Deadly Class. I like those because they're fucking books, man.
Well, I was telling you to get trades. I wasn't telling you to start a comic book collection because that gets real expensive real quick.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Do you collect anything, Kennedy? Are you a collector of anything?
Babies right now.
Yeah. That'll break any collection right there.
That's the most expensive collection.
I got kids.
You're in that collection for 18 years at least, son.
The only thing I collect is vintage video game stuff. I have like 6 fucking Nintendos too.
So, with that being said, if you have that and you prefer probably cartridges, you could easily get like a what do they call Raspberry Pi? Almost a Blueberry Pi. You get a Raspberry Pi and have one little device that has all that shit. But being a collector, it's kind of the same thing with comics. It's like, you're a comic collector, then it's like I have fucking 20-some like short boxes. I used to have a bunch of long boxes, but I prefer to look at the short boxes. But dude, it takes up room and it's fucking. So I understand where you're coming from. I like the look of vintage. I have some old NES games and shit like that. But given the opportunity, if I had a Raspberry Pi and I could buy get fucking 500, 600, 800, 10,000 games, whatever, on one little device, I'd go that route. So
right.
I feel you as far as that goes. As far as like a collect, wanting to dig the media of the medium of it, but not necessarily like wanting to get into the collection of it. So
right.
I see it.
So I was looking into it, and I can get, because my big thing about jumping in right now, and this may sound weird, but I feel like I'm too far behind.
Of what?
You know what I mean?
Of what?
Of everything. Like I feel like I don't fucking know the history of everything.
You don't.
And
You don't need to.
You guys always say. I know you guys always say that it starts over, but I did find a thing the other day. I have to save up the money for it, but for like $100 or something like that, they have this like fucking thick book that had like I don't know how many volumes of comics in it to catch you up on a lot of
This
stuff.
thick isn't every comic book to catch you up.
It wasn't like
no, it's for individual characters. It's not like fucking the entire universe.
You don't have to start off at the original story. You can that's the beauty of comic books. Class can give me like a fucking issue 30 or something, and I'll read it like, oh my god, this is really good. Then I'm gonna be like, well, I want to start off at issue number 1 and get up to 30. So you don't need to know that. That's the beauty of comic books. You can start off at any point, and then you're gonna be like, well, I want to know about this character. I want to know more, and then you're gonna find out. That's the beauty of it.
I don't know. It just bothers me when I'm watching or listening or reading something.
All right, then
they'll make a reference. They'll make a reference to something, and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So.
Well, the great thing is if they make. Are you talking about like other medias, like making references, or in the comic?
Like if in the comic they're like, well, we did this, and it's like, what the fuck did you do?
I will tell you what they do. At the little bottom, it'll say, check issue number, blah, blah, blah,
whatever.
reference, so that you can go back, find that. Now, not every comic does that, but majority of will tell you, oh, this is why this is.
And for the most part, a lot of books don't say, like, when you're reading, like, a new Teen Titans, they won't be like, well, like 3 months ago, we just beat up fucking Mr. Mirror over here, or whatever the guy's name is. Like, they don't reference a lot of that kind of callback. Or if you want to be like, I don't know what or you read, it may not necessarily, it may say how the team got together, but there's a very good resource on YouTube, and it's called Comic Books Explained. Is that what it's called, Doc? You know what I'm talking about? The dude with the
the fat guy.
big fat dude that like just
and busted grill.
It's very, very good. Where he'll go and he breaks down characters, he breaks down story arcs, he breaks down entire runs, and some of them are like an hour, some of them are 10 minutes, some of them are fucking 3 hours,
fucking 8 hours.
They are very long, and he will talk about the entire. And he gives. If they make a reference, he'll go back and reference that old reference. So it's something kind of cool. If there's something, say like you didn't know anything about like the Infinity War and you wanted to hear about it, he'll talk about all the Infinity War, like page by page, panel by panel on this whole series. But then if they reference something else, he'll even fucking go as far back as like those old references. So me, that's a good resource, I think. I wouldn't.
To me, he's that's if you want to do. Like you want something explained to you throughout the whole thing. So like he takes the fun out of it, in my opinion. Okay. So it's like if you want to know about this story arc, he's going to tell you everything about that story arc, what happened. So it really doesn't make any fun to go and actually read it. Another good person, like say James, if you wanted to know about Lobo, it's called Variant Comics. They're like on YouTube too, Variant, and he does the origins and simplifies it. But he'll tell you, read this.
That's cool.
Read that. Read that. He'll give you suggestions on what to read about the character when he gives you the origin. So that's something I would suggest you do if you ever want to like venture off and find something out when you read a comic book too.
And then the other thing I'd recommend is doing like Marvel Unlimited or the DC Unlimited apps. That's going to give you a bunch of those comics. Or if you've got a library card, Hoopla has a bunch of Image, DC, Marvel, and other indies. Don't waste your money on a $100 hardback of comics, because you don't know if there's many old issues I can't get into because the art style, and Jesus Christ, Stan Lee has to feel like he has to put every word on a page, so there's a lot of reading in some of those older novels.
I enjoyed that though.
I
was
didn't.
reading the Infinity Gauntlet. I was telling Brian, I was like, man, back in the day, these writers, it was very descriptive, and you saw like in one panel, fucking Spider-Man jumps on the branch, jumps to another branch. I was like, I really enjoyed that. That was really
no.
cool.
I'm talking about like how much dialogue Stan Lee would put into some of the old comics.
Chris Claremont was fucking notorious for that.
Bendis did that too with fucking Powers. Oh man, the dialogue for that was just fucking 2 pages was the same person talking.
I know it's and then you also, I mean, again, and then art's going to throw you off. Like there's been some good stories, but the art may not be your cup of tea. So, I would just I
do like the grittier art styles, like The Boys and.
So you're more of a Garth Ennis kind of fan. So you should read Preacher. If you've not read all
Probably.
Have you read
the art style? You consider the art style of The Boys gritty? I don't.
Look at read Southern Bastard.
Violent. Yeah,
that's
very
gritty.
Good.
Look, I've
it's
actually
a very
looked
good
into buying that one.
Okay, it's well written by Jason Aaron. I forgot the guy's name is Jason Lamore, I think is the guy's name who does the art. It's very, very gritty. And when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if I can get into this because I'm a big art guy. Dude, one of the best stories I've ever read. I've only gotten through like maybe arc. The first arc. Yeah, it kind of falls off a little bit. Another good thing. It really does fall off. Another really good thing, it's called East of West. The first I can only speak for like the first 25 issues. Very well done. Art is beautiful, and the storyline, it's a huge world. And so there's a lot of, if you like something like Game of Thrones that has all these little storylines that tie in together to like a whole, it's.
Which one are you talking about?
East of West.
Oh, East of West, yes.
Very well done.
I got to step out for a second and help with the baby. I'll be right back.
We bored him with the comic book shit.
I know.
No, I ended it but I just got called to help with the baby.
All righty. He's got a baby, guys. That's why he can't play video games very often. That's got to be Joshua.
He drove away. Did you just hear him? He hopped in the car and fucking bounced.
Well, news has come out that Mike Tyson apparently wants to make his own Punch-Out game.
Fuck yes.
They don't know if it's going to be tied. They don't know if it's going to be tied in with Nintendo or not. But
I mean, if Nintendo's smart, they jump on this because I was saying from the get-go that if they would have just let the licensing, let him get his money, they would have been that would have been the most downloadable fucking game on Switch, Wii U, all those fucking platforms.
Tyson says they're going to be starting their own Punch-Out game on our own Tyson Ranch Punch-Out computer game, and they're going to be bringing it back to life. They're wondering if it more and be in the style of kind of the Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn. Anybody play that? Like, I don't think I ever.
I don't think I've ever played Shaq Fu. Period.
I don't think so either. Like, there's nothing that interests me of.
I was a very poor kid. Couldn't afford video games.
I was middle class, and I'm not going to waste my money on a Shaq Fu game.
I think that's what my mother said too. We're middle class. We're not spending money on Shaq Fu games.
Oh, now you moved up to middle class? How did you do that? You just said you're a poor kid. Now apparently we're supposed to feel bad for you, but not anymore. Middle class kid.
Middle class in the Bronx is really poor to white people. So.
Oh, now it's a white people thing, just like teabagging in video games.
That's just a white boy shit.
Will you throw that up on Twitter? Throw that up on Twitter and say, "Hey, is this a white boy shit thing?" Teabagging.
And I do notice that like that is kind of a weird thing. You see like white dudes getting drunk, man, and they immediately start going gay. So
it's the truth.
I'm half white, so I can say this. I can get away with this. I'm half white, so I'm allowed to say this.
Do you remember what Dave Chappelle said, right?
Yeah.
In his stand-up music? He was like, it's only white people that do shit, because if it happened to a black person, they'd kill a motherfucker. Like, why do you want to kill him? I fell asleep, right? And you know what? I don't want to tell you, but I just need that motherfucker. I don't want to kill him. It's true. Right?
I've seen some flamboyant fucking Latinos, so it's like, and I know. I'm just saying. I'm like and I'm half Spanish. I can say that too. I can get away with this shit.
I laugh because every time I tell my friends, "Oh, I like the Jackass movies," and all of them are black, like, we don't watch that gay shit. And I was like,
I can see that.
And I'm like, it's not gay. It's funny. They're like, nah, we don't watch
there are some gay stuff that goes on in those Jackass movies.
But you still watch it, and it's funny, right?
Yes.
Knockout, really?
Yeah.
The best game. That's my favorite fucking video
Mike
game
Tyson
of all time.
was literally in fucking Chris's face, giving him like an uppercut.
He was.
Uppercut.
Speaking of like Nintendo Entertainment game, you can get a version of Kevin Smith's new game, Jay and Silent Bob, Mall Brawl, either for the Switch or for the PC. And it's supposed to be coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One soon.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up.
$14.99 is how much it is.
For
they
the
were $14.99.
You can't even.
It's like a side scroller. It looks like bad dudes, kind of like.
No.
Like
I saw it because I got confused because they said it was coming out. I thought it was the other game.
Yeah,
the Smoking Bomb.
Yeah, there is another game that they're working on that looks a little different than that. That's more of an 8-bit based around the Mallrats franchise. Yeah. The other one just seems like they're running through.
Does it look like
View
the old Beavis and Butthead video game? You remember that?
No, I don't.
No,
it
doesn't.
I don't remember that.
Just like one of those.
That shit was hard.
Typical side-scrolling.
Yeah,
fighter
it was.
games. What, the Beavis and Butthead game?
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Not as hard as E.T. or Jason or Rambo or any of those games.
E.T. for Atari?
Yeah, for the Atari.
That was like never ending. That was like the worst game of all time rated, right?
It's considered one of the
worst that's what
games,
the angry video game nerd said.
Look how weird Josh's thing
know.
looks. It looks like you don't even see him drinking the beer.
Like it's it's an illusion.
Watch this.
Hold on.
I'm gonna disappear. Watch.
Damn. Here, I'm gonna make this beer disappear. Watch.
Well, now I gotta.
You know what? Now that I'm about right here left on this beer, right?
Chug.
And
chug.
It's starting to taste like hams at this point.
Oh God.
Three gone. I have some Miller Lights in there.
Warriors.
It's 24 ounces, man.
Well, as we get closer,
Oh,
closer to the end of the show, and apparently I'm losing control of this show anyway. A few things to quickly talk about. News up on Twitter is saying that Robert Pattinson is not working out and doesn't feel like he really needs to work out for the upcoming Batman role. Joshua, what do you feel about this?
He's just not built to be an actor, man. He doesn't know what superhero movies are about, bro.
That motherfucker looks like Robin.
I don't
look like Batman.
Which Robin is he looking like?
He looks like a fucking young fucking
Like a
Tim Drake.
Yeah, Tim Drake. That's how I was thinking. Like just a tall, skinny, lanky guy.
Not Jason
Ew.
Todd.
No.
Yeah, like he looks like
Not
he
even
doesn't look
Damien.
like-
Damien's a little short guy.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. That's
Damien's Filipino.
oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. He does not look like a Bruce Wayne. I thought it was weird, even
Well,
if it's early on, like very
yeah.
early Bruce Wayne. I say what you will. A lot of people didn't like Ben Affleck. I thought Ben Affleck was a great Bruce Wayne, and I think whenever it comes to playing Batman, the key is to be a great Bruce Wayne.
Except
because anyone can put the shit on.
Except Batman
and
was
look great,
dreaming about
and then
shooting
Batman
people.
fights. Ben Affleck wanted to be Batman. He loved that role. Like he put his heart into it.
Yeah,
But he was
And
That's why Val
dreaming.
Kilmer sucked so bad.
He was dreaming of shooting people. That's not Batman.
look at early Batman.
That is
Batman
really
used to
Batman.
have guns.
Yeah, he had
Batman
a
used to
gun.
carry a gun back in the day.
Well, that doesn't make
He had
any
a
sense.
bat cannon.
Yeah, you got a back cannon.
I did see an article about Robert Pattinson's one that they're saying that it's more raw and like
What does that even mean?
Yeah, what is Raw
Unsanitized.
made?
That's
what it was.
Yeah, unsanitized.
We don't need that, right?
It's so unfiltered. This is the
that's it.
real
Somebody
Batman.
did they commented on there and said, yeah, because America wants raw, unsanitized bat right now.
Right.
Also, if you're into Kickstarter, the biggest news coming out was Todd McFarlane did a Kickstarter for the original Spawn action figure remastered. I know one
I
of
didn't
us.
get mine, Doc, but you did.
I got mine. Oh boy, and it wasn't cheap either. Like to get one figure was $40, and I was just like, I went wearing the sign, how much for it, and I went and signed. It would have been, and that's
Did you want the signed one?
yes, I went with the signed one. Because figured,
I slipped, man. I didn't get it. I'm so glad you got it.
well,
I'm
it's
so
figured if I actually convince that Todd McFarlane, I'm going to pay $40 or more to get an autograph. So hopefully the more cool stuff. But yeah,
It's the Jim and Model Angels Envy.
For what? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that
The
is.
bourbon that they make downtown.
Oh, really? Did they really?
Yeah, so usually a normal bottle is 51. A bottle of the rye is 99.
Jesus.
This new one is cask strength port. It's $1,000.
why? What is the point?
You know how
of
many?
that?
You know how many Spawn figures you could get with that? Fuck that! You can get all three of those Spawn figures.
Yeah, it's
still have
all
money left over.
signed too.
Yeah.
Doc, can I give you the title of the show today?
Yes, go ahead. What will be the title?
Doc loses control.
Doc never had
No, never really have control of the show. It's just what it is.
This is the best episode ever.
Let's see.
drink every episode.
I'm trying to think what other things we have to talk about.
I've got something. If you don't have anything,
please
right
don't talk about that band you follow. That's
It's not fucking. So for the nerds that listen to the show who are into D&D, Hero Forge finally finished their Kickstarter. Their Kickstarter goal was like 42,000 or something like that, and they fucking got over $1 million.
Jesus.
Todd,
yeah, it
Todd
blew up,
McFarlane
but
got
it is
3
now-
million. 3 million.
They are now coming out, and they should be home. Like I think the last tracking I got was that should be here next week. So if I have it in time for the next show, I'll show it off. But they are doing full color miniatures now for D&D. Like no more painting, no more of that bullshit. You just literally print out what you want. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
From like their site, like it'll just automatically send you a colored version of it.
No, it's not. You have to pay for it. It's like $45 a miniature, but I mean, for cost of miniatures, that's not bad. Especially since it's completely colored. You don't have to paint it at all. You don't have to do any of that. You literally just put it in your character. They have the ultimate design. Go there sometime, heroforge.com, and check it out, dude. You can make any fucking character you want. And like I made my bard, and he's actually holding a bottle of whiskey and pouring it into a glass. And like you can design every little color on it. They did a really good job. They spent the money from the Kickstarter very, very well.
Nice. So yeah, if you're a D&D fan and you need to get a miniature, go ahead and go buy
Check
some.
out Hero Forge.
Yeah, Hero Forge. Well, then let's wrap it up. Joshua, how can they learn more about you?
Wait, you didn't ask me what I learned today.
Oh, yeah. What did you learn today?
You know what I learned this week, Doc? You want to know? You really want to know?
I do. I skipped the answer completely, but yes, please let me know.
I learned that if you're a content creator, you get beat in a game you like playing, you get very sensitive. And you start taking out on people.
Who was doing that?
One of the dudes who do Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force implemented a player versus player live PvP.
Oh.
And he got beat. And then he was like, I'm not playing anybody unless they want to pay me $10.
So you have to pay him to play him now?
But his reasonings are kind of justified. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, it's not that serious. Like, take it easy. Lord. So I learned that this week. So
I think Ramsey has joined the show, so that's good to know. Ramsey, how are you doing? Didn't Ramsey die just recently, like this year?
He did!
Yes.
In the ring!
In the ring! Good Lord.
Against Juventud Guerrera.
Was Conan there?
Shit, it was Juventud?
Juventud and Silver King were having a match, and I watched Nacho the other day, and so I had to wear it.
So what the fuck? Like, you couldn't get a background, so you said, fuck it, I'll wear a mask.
I'm making my own background, so.
Oh shit, I'm Mexican.
Oh, man! How dare you.
Class, what'd you learn this week?
What did I learn? I learned that doing Frackin' Nerds is always fun, but after you have 4 beers, it's even more fun. So I'm going to start making that a habit, but it also gets Doc off the rails. So sorry.
Pro made a show around this.
No, but nobody was getting shit-faced on that show.
On what show?
On what is Drunken, whatever the fuck it is.
What are you talking about?
What was JC's show?
Oh, yeah, Simply Drunk?
Simply Drunk. Nobody got Simply Drunk on that
I mean, he would have a few beers. I didn't. I'd have like one, but I'm running the program, so if you get totally and then shit falls apart, it's really hard to fix a problem. I think Ronnie, she always had enough marijuana. She always fell asleep in the middle of the production, but
maybe that's the next thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything.
Oh, we gotta get high watching like bad movies or fucking Midnight Gospel.
I would much rather smoke than drink. Like I'm not a big drinker. I mean, this is the first time I've had 4 beers in like probably a year. But
really?
Yeah, I don't drink very often.
You're moving
but I'd much
through
rather
quickly.
smoke. So it's like I'm either like I'm waiting on something. Either I'm going to get a job and I have to pass a piss test, and once I do that, then I'll be okay. Or I don't get the job and then I get to smoke.
Are you trying for another job?
I don't think any of my coworkers listen. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was just, why would you say that unless you're trying to get a job?
Yeah, I mean, I am. It's kind of mixing both design and healthcare together, actually. So
you're just trying to get out of healthcare. Is what you're trying to do.
He's trying to get a home designer.
No, it'd be for a pretty large company. So it'd be.
They need an IT guy. Let me know.
I'll holler at you, buddy.
Are you? Would you be staying local or moving out?
It'd be Louisville.
Oh, there you go. Nice. All right. Joshua will be moving down here soon. We're waiting on that.
I'm waiting for that to happen.
Just bring your grandmother down.
Roommates.
Just bring your grandmother down.
She doesn't want it. She doesn't like. She's not trying to move like anywhere.
Say, Grandma, we got horses here.
And I tell my grandma, just go.
I got horses in my backyard.
Yeah, and you can ride horses. Kennedy, we already figured out what you learned. I'm trying to think what I learned. No, he was talking about the Hero Forge.
Yeah, he learned that he's having another son. That's what he learned.
Well, he already knew that. He just didn't know the sex of it until this week. So
that's what I just said. He learned like he was having a son.
I was really hoping he was going to name him Eric. I was like, come on, Kennedy, come on. But nope.
Maybe they could make him Eric as the middle name.
Okay, so this may make me sound horrible. You're talking about Magneto, right? That's
yes.
Holy shit, you don't know dick about comic books.
Yes, you don't know fuck about. You don't know shit about fuck. Is that what?
Yeah, I don't know shit about. Fuck.
But that's about comics. If Kennedy started talking D&D, I'd be like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you give me D&D or video games, I'm fucking good. But...
Well, because the reason I would say Eric, because Magneto is just way too. That no kid's going by Magneto unless his dad is Elon Musk,
a fucking millionaire.
So, yeah, so
hold on. Let me see if I can get permission to tell you the names that we're considering.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. So the two names that we've considered right now are Maximus and then James.
As the first names or middle names?
Middle names. Alexander's the first name.
So give him Alexander Magnus. That's
No,
Yes!
Xavier's name is Magnus, you jackass.
Oh.
Maximus.
No, I think that's way too long of a name.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said it's too many syllables.
I think Alexander James sounds good.
Alexander Maximus.
Brandy likes Alexander James, too.
I mean, it sounds, Alexander James sounds like he's going to shoot some Secretary of the State kind of
Yo,
in a duel.
His son's gonna be like walking off the field and saying, "Who the fuck are you?" My name is Alexander Maximus Kennedy.
Are you?
So my name is James. My dad's name is James. My grandfather's name is James, and my great grandfather's name is James. So.
So you.
Oh, then that's a given. You got to go with it.
Give him James. Yeah, James. Fuck it.
I just hate the name because it's so common. That's why I go by Kennedy.
Yeah, but James is the middle name, and you're not going to be using that. He's going to be Alex.
We're calling him Xander.
With Matt's daughter, but every female in that family has Elizabeth as the middle name. So
really?
So it's a family thing. So go ahead, go with it.
My sister Elizabeth has the same middle name as my mom. I think so. Yeah.
Right,
so
Kennedy? Because if there's one thing we know, we don't fuck with tradition, right?
Right.
Who doesn't? The Hispanic people?
It's a letter Kenny joke. Fuck.
Oh,
Man, I am just now like catching a good buzz on this fourth beer, and we're about to end the show. Like,
you're just
let's
gonna
go
have
on for like another hour.
Pitter
Like,
patter,
God.
class. Pitter patter.
Was there any other news? Any other news we missed from this week? It was a quiet week. I mean, things are starting to slowly open up.
You wanted to say something about the Tony Hawk thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about it last week. Only one other person was on the show with me. The other person didn't act like he knew we were doing a show, and the other one was like...
you.
I had to work. I had to work last week. So let's see. Next Wednesday? Okay. Next
It's
week I work
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So
next
check
Tuesday.
his calendar.
So Monday...
Yeah, my Mr. Rogers calendar keeps me in check.
Would Monday be good for you then, class? All right. Because now I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays now, so we can do that.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm good.
Shit. Why are you catering to class? You cater to me.
You're off work.
I was trying to go back at the end of the month, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
No,
I think I'm going back next week. I have no fucking choice, man. I've still got no stimulus, no unemployment, no tax check, no.
You haven't gotten your stimulus check yet?
No, and there's no number to call. You can't call anybody and figure anything out. So.
I've already gotten mine and fucking blown mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess who bought a Spawn figure?
I didn't do that.
I know that you were supposed to do.
I've
I know.
Some Taskmaster shards.
I don't want to touch all the packages, but I don't have a choice now. I think.
I've been
Right, the
touching.
first day he starts work is when he gets his stimulus check.
He'll open up the mailbox and it'll just fucking flood in. Oh shit, I'm with the whole thing.
Okay, so I've done the math, and if all of my shit hits at the exact same time, like I'm gonna be balling like I was back in trucker days.
Shot call.
Oh, we
shit.
remember Trucker
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
So I got a thing from them the other day. I think they wanted to fucking drag me back into it because they were like, you only worked with us from January to March and you made $50,000. And I was like, fuck you, bitch.
Jesus!
Send me this?
Christ.
Are you serious to drive?
Yeah.
Yo,
Were you hauling drugs?
No. Refrigerated loads, man.
Yeah, but like you made 50. How much did you
were there
actually
bodies
take
in that
home?
refrigerator? What the
No.
fuck?
Yo, Clash,
No,
you want to know how ball?
that was bring home, Doc.
Oh wow.
This is how balling he was, right? He went to get a tattoo, and the motherfucker just casually was like, "Hey, you guys all want to get tattooed? My treat?" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Why would you ever?
My
Why would you
paycheck
quit?
It was at least 25.
He had a baby.
A week.
He had a baby on the way.
Yeah.
A truck
Yeah.
has plenty of room for a fucking car. So you put it in your bag and haul them around. You had a fucking whole like trailer behind you. Fucking have a whole litter of them. Jesus, why would you do that?
Yeah, nobody realizes how much truck drivers make, dude.
We really
Wow.
missed Trucker Kennedy because he was like the financer for everything.
Jesus Christ. Kennedy could have sponsored the show. This show is brought to you by Kennedy. Wow,
Yeah.
man.
I totally miss it, but you know what? I wouldn't trade a dime of it for my son. Like,
Well, we're not asking you to fucking like pick a truck or your kid, but like, dude, if you make that now, were you away from home like every night?
Oh yeah. I didn't come home for months at a time.
Yeah,
dude, let the kids get older. You're gonna take that job back because you're gonna be like, oh my god,
why,
dude. No lie, I used to have a fucking afro. I pulled my hair out ever since having a kid. Okay, I'm telling you,
that's why I'm getting my IT degree. Is I'll make the same amount of money. It'll happen.
No, there you go. That's smart, man. Speaking of kids, shout out to my daughter Annabelle. Happy birthday! Tomorrow she's 13.
Spaghetti.
That's why I was late because I had to go over to her mom's house and like we were doing fucking spaghetti and cake. So
spaghetti and cake. Everybody loves spaghetti.
That's the name of the show this week. Spaghetti and cake.
Yeah, spaghetti and cake.
That reminds me of fucking Cartoon Network and Too Many Cooks.
Oh yeah.
I forgot how much I like drinking.
Well, you should have came down to Concave with us.
I'm drinking every week now, Doc. It's happening.
I mean,
I'm all fucking red faced and shit.
So yeah, you need to schedule yourself off for Concave for next year because I mean, that's
I will.
It's all. Josh was carrying a huge purse of alcohol everywhere we go. And the thing is like they have alcohol for us, and then we still had to go buy more alcohol, and then they have
shitty alcohol,
and then they have food for us, but we still all have to go out to eat, and that's a whole adventure.
No, I will say this for Concave, you get what you pay for and then some. The thing is though, I want to get alcohol right near me because I went and I was like, hey, can I get 2 beers? They're like, no, only 1 beer per person.
Yeah, you gotta break it and then get back in line.
Yeah,
motherfucker, I got 2 hands.
I got 2 hands. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a cooler, and we got a cooler with a nice little pouch, and and it worked perfectly. I was literally shit faced the whole entire weekend.
I tell you, if we
at my house,
if we definitely do it next year, I'm gonna get one of the little remote control coolers, so we just drive it around. So Josh, we didn't have to worry about carrying it.
Nice.
We'll just
that's good.
That cooler that he bought last time is really fucking good, dude. Like,
yeah.
All right, fine. Fuck. I won't spend any money on you fuckers. Fuck.
He spent money. He bought a good one.
All right. Bought a purse.
I was
going to
buy. You know what the funny thing? Thanks to James is the reason why I got it. Because James was like, no, get this one. It's more durable. I'm like, fuck it. So.
Is it one of those that like you could ride around on a fucking cart and like?
No, it's like a big. It's a bag.
No, the one I'm thinking of getting.
The one you're talking about, Doc.
The one I'm getting, it's got like a Bluetooth and it's got like it holds 30-something cans of alcohol and it's got a remote control and. Yeah,
and then Kennedy can make apple pie again because I love apple pie. I dream about apple pie.
Dude,
yeah, painful piss was good too.
Like legit apple pie or like apple pie fucking
liquor, like
the liquor.
Okay.
Yeah, like moonshine.
That shit was delicious.
Yeah,
it was.
That should have hurt you, man.
It goes down smooth, and then also you have to bring your Ramsey mask too if you come down too.
I will.
We all wear.
I have to dress up like fucking Ricky this year.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Trailer Park Boy.
So then, what would class be?
He could be Mr. Leahy.
Oh yes, Mr. Leahy.
We got to dress class up as Leahy because he has no hair.
Yeah,
it's gotta
true.
happen.
Who is this?
Oh my god,
it's a character on a show called Trailer Park Boys.
And what's his name?
Mr. Leahy.
Oh, what if we did Blue Leahy?
No. Just do regular Leahy.
Why the class go watch Trailer Park Boys for a few seasons and then you'll
be like, hey man, no fucking, I'm not gay.
That guy. Wow. Okay.
Hey Randy, I'm mowing the air, Randy.
Hey Randy, boo baby.
Or you could be Randy. Just take the shirt off.
No, he doesn't have the hair for Randy.
Randy's bald too, isn't he?
Without a shirt.
He's got to have the belly for Randy.
No, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't have the belly. He needs that extended belly.
If I keep this up, like ever since I moved out, I haven't been working out. Oh,
have you been eating?
I should be doing the opposite. What's that?
Have you eaten cheeseburgers?
I mean, not really. Like I've been trying to eat pretty good, but man, I'm falling off. Like when I should be getting in shape, I'm totally not getting in shape.
Been eating any kitty patties?
No, just fucking no, not at all. Beating my dick like it owes me money. That's
there. You go.
So.
All right. Well, then let's start off. Kennedy, how can they learn more about you?
All right. My big thing is Facebook.com/Zenshi89. I'm also on TikTok at Zenshi89.
You're on TikTok?
Yeah. So I'm also on Xbox as Nerd Space Kennedy. And the big thing that I've tackled right now is I am now the social media manager for a band called SWP. I'm going to be on there a lot.
No, you're not. There's no way. I don't see you
SWV?
posting anything.
Yeah, I'm already on there a lot. Yeah, I'm the social media manager for SWP, which used to be, yeah, it used to be Sweet Whiskey Pussy, but their PR agent said that that was not approved. So they are now Saint Whiskey Prophecies. So really good band. I've been following them since they were a previous band called 16 Bones. Really believe in their music. It's just really good stuff. The guy's an ex-Marine, and the other guys have been in the business for like 20, 30 years. So
16 Bones was a better name.
That's a good name.
Well, 16 Bones was a different kind of band. This SWP is more of a metal band, whereas 16 Bones was an all-acoustic metal band.
Oh,
So,
okay. But the name still could have stayed the same.
Well, different members completely. Except for the singer,
okay.
so.
What
that
does
makes
the
sense.
16 Bones represent?
I don't know. It's just called 16 Bones.
I think you need to do some research and
I
report back to us.
I did some research about the band that we're not promoting anymore, but okay.
I thought he was talking about SWV.
Oh, Sisters with Voices, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you remember that? That's what I thought he said. I was like, wait, I think that name's taken. It's not. My bad.
You can tell from the hood.
Class, how can we find more about you? I'm sorry, are you done, Kennedy? Or
Yeah, I'm done. That was me. That's my pitch.
all right, Class.
Chris Class BRH on Instagram and Twitter. My shit's on private on Instagram though, so it's like you send me a request, I probably won't accept it.
Where Josh's nutsack
Again,
is.
why it's on private? Like, what are you hiding on there? You're not hiding anything that's like, oh my god, I can't believe Chris put that on there.
Bro,
I don't know.
He's just keeping it private, bro. That's how you have to do it.
If you get accepted in there, you're part of a very select few. So
I'm one of those. Joshua is one of those. Kennedy, are you one of those?
Are you
What's
on
that?
Instagram, Kennedy?
Kennedy doesn't
I
have
am
Instagram.
not.
Nah, you see, if he was though, he would get it. He would get
I
it.
just recently started Twitter, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And you suck at it.
I don't know. I thought that post was funny with fucking Corey Taylor looking like Joe Exotic. Whatever.
You know what? Whatever it is, I don't even know what it is, but
Well, good for commenting. All right, Joshua.
I'm gonna retweet it right now.
Oh God.
Happy about you.
Oh yeah, and girl hecklers. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
was
guess you
gonna
do.
handle that. Yeah.
All right, you take care of that one, Joshua.
Yeah,
got
thank you.
that.
Doc, do you want to ask me something?
No, I don't know. I feel like this is a setup. What am I supposed
No,
to be?
just to say, hey, how do they reach you, Joshua?
I just did, and then Class was freaking out. So, Joshua, how can they find more information about you?
Well, like I always do, if you want to see me tweet about movies and stuff that I'm watching, you can follow me on Twitter at Green Eyed Bebop. And if you want to see me post pictures of random stuff on Instagram, it's Green Eyed Bebop. And if you want to hear me and the inebriated gentleman that's on this podcast as well, holding up all those goddamn Dos Equis fucking beer bottles.
Hold on. I got to finish this off for you.
Yeah, do that anyway.
I've had the equivalent of ocho Equis is what I've had tonight.
Ocho Equis. But yeah, if you want to hear me and Class talk about wrestling with two other gentlemen that are awesome, just listen to the Back Row Hecklers podcast.
We haven't done one in a while. We need to.
We
Actually,
will.
we did one like a week ago, and I just haven't posted it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that one.
I thought they already had a guy who was that bad also that you all got rid of. So, what changes have been made?
Nobody got rid of anybody.
No, I just ended up
I
like
thought
fucking
Class is
dragging my-
now in charge of making sure it gets
Yeah,
posted
and I've been
everything.
pretty good about it, but it's like
There's a fucking.
it wasn't that. I don't know. It was. It wasn't up to par with how it should have been, but I'll put it on there. Yeah, I mean, it's like I like only putting out quality, and it's like it was okay.
Was the conversation not
all
great?
over the place.
Oh, so
Oh, it was good. It was good. I just honestly, I've been working. I've been dragging ass, and it's just like most of the time I do it the same night. But it was.
did you guys run out of games to play, and that was the issue?
Oh no, we did a watch along. We actually did another watch along, and so it's all on me. I just haven't. I've been dragging ass.
All right.
It's missing the star, me.
Oh, you weren't on there?
Joshua on there.
Nah, I was hanging out with my grandmother.
Yeah,
He's
you
the
guys.
glue that
All right,
holds it
so
all
yes,
together.
that's the one thing I learned. Y'all need to start scheduling non-Saturdays to do your Back Row Hecklers podcast.
You guys want to do a Back Row Hecklers right now when we get done? Because I'll talk about whatever. I don't even want to talk about wrestling. I don't give a fuck about wrestling. And that's the big secret. Well, I don't even think it's a secret. I don't even like wrestling. And I'm on a fucking podcast. We're 3 seasons in.
Hey, class.
I don't give a fuck about it.
Class.
Yeah.
You know what?
Class, wait, Joshua. I understand how that feels. I was on a podcast about wrestling, and I didn't give a fuck about it either. But I was enjoying my time with my friends, and it was willing
And
to.
that's the thing. I love that's the thing. I love talking to Matt, and that's what was so great about the episode. I love talking to Matt, and then Brian called in. I love talking to Brian. Like, we had a great time, and it's like I don't give a fuck about wrestling, man. Like,
you know what? This is a sign. He's just going through New Japan withdrawal. That's what it is.
I think that's what it is, man.
he literally has not seen any New Japan in 2 months?
Because there's no real good. There's no content out there.
He's no so he's literally going through withdrawal.
You don't have anything to say about Becky Lynch or anything like that?
I have this. I have this right here, which is a 5-disc CD set.
I got
or DVD set. It's unbelievable. It's really good, and I need to. You know what? I'm gonna watch that tonight. I say it, and then I'll put it in, and then I'll fucking within like 30 minutes, I'll be like, fucking put something else on, and I'll change it, or I'll play Call of Duty. So like, my ADD is kicked
What?
in.
Hold on. What? You play Call of Duty?
On the reg. We're friends.
He won't play with you. I've asked him to play. He will not.
I fucking play Warzone all the goddamn time.
Oh,
I play Warzone.
class.
I'm usually like in a party, but it's like I'm down.
Let me explain
Or
how
we play
Kennedy.
Shoot the Ship.
This is how Kennedy does. I'm ready to play, and then Kennedy 2 hours later. Okay, you ready to play now? And I'm like, fuck no. I have gone to Overwatch.
Dude,
I don't wait 2 hours to play.
No.
And then when I say, hey,
we were
you guys ready to play? He goes, I got a baby.
We were in one match of Warzone. You know how long Warzone takes, and somebody couldn't wait around.
2 hours.
But he messaged me. He messaged me like 10 minutes later and was like, I'm going to Overwatch. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't wait for no man.
Overwatch is shit.
But class, we need to play because, we need a fourth.
Okay. I usually play in trios, and we're always down for a fourth. So, do you already have a group of 3?
Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
I did, but one of them got called back to work, so I would be probably your fourth then.
Okay.
Joshua could play, but he hasn't figured out how to do the email thing. So
Joshua's pulling a fucking grandpa move with goddamn actors.
I can't
I don't know how to do an email.
Hey, I don't know how this works.
What's a fucking login?
I had to do that with Pornhub too.
Why are you logging into Pornhub?
Because if you
what, are you gonna give me a Rick and Morty thing? Because it helps you with the analytics and gives you better choices, and then you can.
No, God no. I just was like, I saw a scene I wanted to download it. It was like, you have to sign up. I was all right. It's like, oh, you're already a member. I'm like, well, send me an email. Email didn't come, so I had to do it under a different name. I wanted
You
that
actually
scene.
signed up for porn sites?
For Pornhub, yeah.
They're free.
He's a grandpa. He's a fucking grandpa.
Yeah, that's the thing. What I'm trying to say is when you want to download it and save it and then put it on something, bigger, like your TV, you have to be a member. So I had to sign up.
So Joshua, what is your username on Pornhub so we can track you?
I think it's a green-eyed beaver.
We're gonna be like, dude, you look at some weird shit, bro.
You want to laugh? You want to laugh? I was like, oh, I want to see this one chick, and I was like, I like this video. She was like. She put her finger in the dude's butt. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, whoa, I think I need to delete this.
Jesus. I need more than 4 beers to fucking be okay and loosen up for that.
I gotta show it to you because it's just so funny. She's like going to work on him, and then she's like, yeah. As soon as he puts the finger in there, he's like, whoa.
Truly, truly, truly have I lost control of this show. So if you want to find more information about Fracking Nerds, you can
tap out. I tap.
You can go to Facebook, Fracking Nerds, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, on Instagram, we'll take anybody. You don't have to be approved. We're whores. We don't care.
Not me.
So, Clutch, you got to be a very special person. If you want to follow me on Twitter and just see how I troll Joshua, Doc_Martin. And when my gifts don't work with whatever he will call me out on it. So, and then, so that's it. But I try. I want content to give to him. And then hopefully I'm trying for his appreciation But does it ever get received? No, I don't feel like it ever
It does.
does.
I do. I appreciate you. I really do.
Well, thank
You
you. I feel.
I
should
appreciate
post more
when you
about-
troll them. I appreciate it.
I don't even feel like it's trolling, but I'm just waiting. More Marvel Strike Force tweets are going to come your way, Doc. so you
Oh,
can
I'm
say what you wanna
excited!
say.
How much money? I gotta find a new animated gift of money throwing everywhere. Keep using them
You
all.
better hurry up because the spending money's I'm always going to spend money on that game, but
How much would you take to sell your whole Marvel Strike Force whatever account? What would you take for it, considering the amount that you've spent?
I'd probably take like $1,000 for it.
Would you be losing money at that point?
No, I wouldn't lose money.
Doc, we know.
Joshua, name a hot girl.
A hot girl?
Yeah, name a hot girl.
On Strike Force?
No, just like a random woman. Just
Oh,
name a hot girl. Why are you struggling to find a name?
I don't know, because like
Never mind.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah,
is
Mila
super hot.
Kunis. If she was like, "Yeah, I'll hook up with you, but you got to delete your Marvel Strike Force and never go back to it, and let my husband watch us," would you do that?
Ooh, that's weird.
I'm not into cuckoldry.
That's
you gotta
weird.
you got to get him those fat chicks. What's that?
He's into fat
Rizzo?
chicks.
There you go.
So
Lizzo.
I'm offended.
Lizzo.
No, I don't like Lizzo either. She's not.
She's too fat, is what you're saying?
What?
She's not the right kind of fat.
Joshua. I know.
He likes those thick girls spelled with 7 C's.
Oh. And his gamer tags with
I think
multiple
if I
X's.
was supposed to give up a chick, if I was supposed to trade in my, I have to get pussy at least a month or 2 months.
Like consistently?
Yeah, if I'm gonna.
Now-
if
now-
a chick's gonna.
Now, are you talking about like a month, like 30 days, but you're willing to spread them out, or do you have to utilize them every? Because would you be able to Mila Kunis 30 straight days?
Yeah.
Yes.
You say that,
what
but
I'm
then
trying to
there's
say,
a day
I-
that maybe you just don't feel like you're up for it.
No, I wouldn't give up my Marvel Strike Force account for Mila Kunis. Maybe if you gave me someone else.
Now, would you pass a day if you just couldn't perform, and or does that count as a day? Like that's a punch.
No.
Why could she not perform?
I'm saying he can't perform.
Well, I'm fat.
Why would you not be able to perform? Like, are you
Hey, listen, man. sometimes
Anxiety,
you don't wanna work
you never
when
know.
yeah. Sometimes you're just out of shape.
Yeah,
you know?
out of shape. Yeah.
I could fucking get one off a day, no problem. Like,
I don't
and if you
question
can't,
that.
fucking, all right, here we go. Hey, Blue Chew, why don't you give Frackin' Nerds a follow or like support the show and sponsor it? That's a dick fucking growing pill, like, or fucking make your dick hard. So if you're not feeling it, you don't even need to like be in the mood. Just pop a Blue Chew. 30 minutes later, your dick's hard as a rock, and you could go. Like, why would you? You always feel better after you fucking get one.
Which pill is that?
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew? Never heard of that.
Yeah,
Does it
check
work?
it out. I got some.
Why do you have some? Well, now you that's
Because
why-
I wanted to support. Like, I don't have a problem like get my dick hard, but like I wanted to support. I have never tried one, but I wanted to support. Tell 'em Steve
I have.
Dave. And so a podcast I listened to, so I got a free trial. They said it was gonna be. This is what's fucked up. They said it was gonna be discreet, like no awkward like visits with the doctor or anything. So I was like, let me get some fucking free. It's Cialis is like actually what it is,
right?
And so I was like, let me check it out. They said it was gonna be anything like anything awkward. I called it when I was at my old job, or I signed up for it. You had to put your phone number in. Like 10 minutes later, I get a phone call, and it was a nurse on the other end. Skyping or whatever, like what we're doing, where I see them and they see me, and she was like, we have to do a video chat, and I was like, so she knew who I was, and I was like, I thought it wasn't awkward, and here I am like face to face with this hot nurse, and I'm like, and she's like asking me questions about my dick, and I'm like, well, I usually don't have a problem, but like, do I have to say I do just to get this? I was like, I'm just wanting to support the show and get some dick pills. So
wait, but don't they have to like scale it to like milligrams and stuff like that, depending on the person?
I had to whip it out and fucking beat off on camera for it.
Well,
so
then you don't need it
that's
then, right? If you
No,
can
I
whip
didn't
it
have
out,
to-
and
I
do
didn't have
that.
to do it.
That's a Monday
No.
for you, right?
How do you think we got Sonny on our show on Back Row Hecklers, man?
Word. Yo, hold on? Quick segue. Do you know she has a fans only, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm not
does-
part of that shit.
But so does
She wants
Beyonce.
$30. No, she wants $30 a month. Wait a minute, Beyonce has a fans only.
Yeah, she was talking about
She
having
masturbating on it?
I don't know, but she's talking about starting an OnlyFans. I don't think she
Why?
understands what it's for.
Yeah, she must not know, but
She
They're gonna
thinks
be
she's
pissed
like,
when they're
she's
like,
like,
maybe she does, and she's just ready for that extra revenue.
You're gonna be
What?
spreading that butthole.
You don't need money.
Literally, but she don't need no fucking money. She just wants attention. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
she's
But
trying
yeah.
to she's trying to legit OnlyFans probably. Like, see?
Sonny wants $30 a month to just look at her do shit that we don't want to look at her do. Maybe 1990 Sonny, but not now Sonny. Yeah.
All right. Well, this
I'd
show
fuck
has
Sonny
truly
nowadays.
gone off the rails. Oh my lord! All right. So,
You know what, Doc? This is what
Hold on, Doc. Would you or would you not fuck Sunny nowadays? She's a little thicker. Like maybe her voice is a little raspier, but like, dude, she's.
I don't know.
It's
I'd have to look at pictures of her now to decide, and then I may have
She's
to.
got no butt though.
Yeah, I'm a butt guy. I'm much more of a butt guy than a titty
Did you
guy.
see the porno or no?
Yeah, I did, and she farted in it. She farted in the middle of fucking having sex.
She did?
This podcast has gone off the rails.
All right, gentlemen.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
have to wrap it up just for the fact that I've got to watch What We Do in the Shadows because that's coming up in 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, 10:30. Oh no, we got 30 more minutes.
Hey, let's talk about fucking farting during sex.
I can't
I'm
believe Doc.
good. I think
They moved What We Do in the Shadows to Tuesday.
Oh
now?
yeah, it's Tuesday. I forgot. I'm used to being off on Wednesdays. That day's all fucked up. Never mind. Keep talking about Sunny and her farting in on camera.
I'm done,
Yeah,
guys.
we're done. This was a good show, and yeah, we'll see you next week, I guess, right?
Yes. Well, hopefully, maybe this Monday, so that class can join us, and Kennedy hopefully.
What do you
can
mean
join
this Monday? I'm free. Kennedy ain't doing shit.
us.
so-
Yes, he is. He's got a baby.
Babies.
Oh yeah. No, he's got 3 babies.
Babies.
Does everyone want?
One's a teenager though. Oh, hey, yeah. And speaking of that, are you guys going to talk about OVW possibly going to Florida?
I didn't know anything about that.
Yes.
I don't keep up with wrestling. I don't.
It's a possibility it's going to Florida.
I didn't know that.
So, all right. So for Kennedy and class over there in Indiana and Joshua all the way over on the East Coast, this is Doc Martin saying, have a frackin' good week.